Hello. How's everyone doing tonight? Saturday night, and I feel all right. Oh, I gotta notify the Discord folks, otherwise they'll forget. Hey, here. Let me ping all 2,000 of you. We are live. Get in here. Do this now. There we go. Send to, do you want to send this message to 2,300 people? Yes, go, send. Hello there. How's everyone doing tonight? Let me actually get you on my monitor so I can actually see you. I can't see you right now. Now I can see you. There we go. There we go. There we go. It's Saturday night. It's a nice, relaxing day. Stream got live a little bit earlier. I put the pre-stream up because it's YouTube, right? So you have to like create the stream and then launch it, and then you have to wait to go live. And it was normally I like to get it up a little bit earlier than I got it up today, but was out and about with the fam. So is what it is. How's everyone doing though? How is everyone doing tonight? Delicious water. It's okay. I got some other stuff for later. So tonight's going to be a little bit different than the usual affair. We're not going to be doing printing. We're not going to be doing any 3D printing. We're not going to be building a printer. We're going to be building an FPV quadcopter. What is an FPV quadcopter? Well, it's one of these guys. Okay, this is an FPV quadcopter. So you've got thingies that do stuff with the magic pixies that live in the battery that make these spin in various directions, and it flies around, and then this lets you see it, and this is a antenna, and it's made out of carbon fiber and does stuff. So I've been dabbling in them for a little bit now, since early October, although I bought my stuff back in 2018 and then life got busy and then I finally got back into it, and now I have 5 quadcopters. Is what it is. Only 3 of them are flyable right now. 3 of them are flyable right now. Tonight we're hopefully gonna make it 4. We have the porn bots are here this early. Wow. They are here early today. Report. Be gone, thoughts. So, what are we building up? So, this right here is what we're going to be building. Well, what part of it? So I started off with a 3-inch quadcopter. It was a HG LRC XJB 145. Very creative name. I bought it back in 2018. By the time everything showed up, because you don't need the quad, you need the quad, you need a controller, you need goggles, you need batteries, charger. By the time everything showed up, weather got shitty and life got busy, and next thing you know, it's 4 years later and I finally started flying it, and then immediately litho braked it into the ground with the force of 1,000 suns and blew the frame up, and they don't make the frame anymore. So we transplanted it into a new frame. We did that on a member stream, which, by the way, if you're a member of the channel at Patreon support, you get to hang out in those fun streams. So if you're not, hey, consider subscribing. So we rebuilt it into a new frame, but that new frame was literally like the cheapest, quickest frame I can get from Amazon, because it was still nice out and I want to fly before it got cold out. So that frame was kind of shit. So now we're putting it into a better frame, and by better I mean a tankier frame, so when I crash it, it hopefully doesn't explode again. So yeah. Dark Aspie gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers. No 30-second delay. No, I have normal delay this time. How much flight time do you get on something that size? It depends. It depends on the quadcopter, it depends on your battery size, and it depends how you're flying. So on this guy, I get anywhere from roughly 4 minutes plus or minus a minute, depending on how much I'm pushing it. That's with an 850 milliamp battery before this rebuild. We'll probably get less after because I'm dropping the battery size. But on something like this, which is a Flywoo Explorer long range 4-inch, this is meant for like just cruising. It's not meant for doing flips and shit. It's meant for just cruising. So this you can get like with the right batteries, you can get like 20 minutes of flight time. And then you have on the opposite end, this guy. This is a Beta 75 HD whoop. So this is a 75 millimeter, and when they say the size, it's usually like motor diameter to motor diameter. Tiny whoop. This has a DJI Naked Cadex in it, digital. This thing is fat. This gets like less than 3 minutes and the battery is screaming for life at the end of it. So, because these aren't like, you know, these are lipos. They'll fly until they fall out of the sky. And then if you kill the battery too much, like if you drain the voltage down too much, you really can't save them. So you have to like land, and then because the battery sags as you fly, like as you punch the throttle, your voltage drops, but it comes back. But you don't want to drop it too much because then it won't come back up enough to safely recharge, and you can kill a battery. Which some of them, you know, little 1S lipos for a tiny whoop, like my normal tiny whoop, like my Mobula 7 here. If you kill a battery, it's $5. But like, you know, if you're running a 6S high quality battery, they're pricey. So model's completely out of date. It has an STM32. We tried putting clipper on it. Okay, so what we have here is the guts of this quad. I've got my fancy Omni Fixo here. We got the ESC, the motor's already pre-wired. We're gonna be doing some upgrades though to this. So we're reusing the ESC and the flight controller. So for the folks playing along at home that have never played around with FPV stuff, one, don't come to me asking questions. I'm like, if you're asking me anything about FPV, I'm one lesson ahead of you. Please don't. Go watch Joshua Bardwell. He's the guy you go to for FPV knowledge. I'm just kind of apparently the entertaining guy you guys go to. So, this is the ESC. You put power into here, the flight controller tells it what to do, and it makes the motor spin. The flight controller is the brains of everything. It's got a gyro in it, and it's got some other stuff for the thinky think. You got a VTX. This outputs your video. We're replacing the one that came with it, because the one that came with it, as you could tell from my solder and hot glue job, is kind of broken. ELRS receiver. Originally it had a FreeSky one. This would fall out of the air after like a couple 100 meters because it's FreeSky and it's shit. We're going to ELRS. This right here is the old receiver. Okay, see its size, and it's got two big antennas. Well, they're not big, but this is the old receiver. This, if you're lucky, you get a kilometer. This is the new one. That little tower you see is the antenna, and this will do 2+ kilometers on a good day, sometimes more. And it's got full telemetry. I love Express LRS. And then we've got some other stuff here. So can't spell FPV. FPV. PVF. FPV. The letters are in alphabetical order, as they should be. So we got a few things we're gonna have to do here. This is gonna be a more max relax stream than usual, because we gotta build the quad, we gotta do some soldering. There's this here, we gotta get the new receiver set up. I hope I can get it working on here. Does it have return to home? It only has return to home if it has a GPS. This does not have GPS. This one has a GPS. So if you look at this one, this flywheel here, see that little square thing right there? That's a GPS, okay? But as you can see, it doesn't have a VTX, so this thing's not flyable. Well, I can fly at line of sight, but what's the point? So yeah, these aren't like DJI Mavics or Phantoms. They're not meant for that type of flying. This kind of flying is this kind of flying. So like last night, I went outside with the little tiny whoop. There we go. So this is the kind of flying I've been doing. So this is at night. The little guy, because I have two goggles now that can receive analog. I brought the little guy out front last night because everyone's got their Christmas lights set up, and I was flying up and down the street with it. With my facing camera. What do you mean by? Well, camera looks fine. Okay. Mine needs to plug into cell phone for GPS. Why would you have to plug it into cell phone for GPS? Why do you need GPS? Because here's the thing, that the GPS would only tell you where you are, not where the quad is. So it makes, why would you need to plug it into your phone for GPS? Because your phone is the GPS. The phone is where you are, not where the quad is. So yeah, this is like flying around. So this one is like a little acro thing. So one of the reasons I'm upgrading it, it's a better form factor. This quad, everything's kind of laid out like a bus. So you got camera, FC, ESC, and then VTX in the back. The old frame we had, everything was stacked in the middle, and it didn't really have new room for a bigger VTX. And then if I do upgrade this to digital, I'll have more room. And also, this is the old arm. This is the new arm. This one's a lot bigger than this one, so it's going to be a little bit heavier, but it should be a little bit more tanky when I crash, hopefully. GPS of controller for remote ID for US. Oh yeah, that's right. US folks got to deal with remote ID shit now. That sucks. Why not design and print your own frames? That is a very good question, and I'm actually going to be doing a video as soon as everything shows up for it, and then I actually oh, my camera is being messy. Let me restart the camera. Okay, let me put it here, off. Sometimes the camera does this. Turn it back on. So while it's doing that, okay, so the reason what was I talking about? Oh, I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Okay, this camera's back. Oh, why not design and print your own quadcopter? Okay, so I'm going to be doing a video series on it once everything shows up. So I actually have 2 videos planned on it. Actual legit, like, thought out content. I know, shocking. So the thing is, there's a reason quadcopter frames are built out of carbon fiber, and it's a very, very good reason. So let's see here. Where's a good example? Here we go. Here we go. Here's a good example. This is the old arm. This is 4mm carbon fiber. It's about that big. And this is me trying to break it. It does bend a little bit, but I'm giving her and I'm not breaking it. This is a little quadcopter frame printed out of every YouTuber's favorite filament, and it's the best filament in the world, and it totally should replace ABS because ABS is horrible, and you should always print PETG. It's the filament of the future. This is PETG. Ready? Woo-hoo. 3D printed frames for FPV kind of makes sense for tiny whoops. If you're doing something like a tiny whoop here, okay, kind of makes sense. If you're doing a nano long range, something that is going to be very low impact and it's going to have a really short stubby frame, it kind of makes a little bit of sense. This thing will do 90 miles an hour and it's gyroscopically stabilized. Do you think a 3D printed frame will, one, handle the stresses of that okay, will be stiff enough to resist vibration, and 2, when you hit something, because you will hit something, it will not explode into a million pieces with the force of 1,000 suns? The answer is no. For like testing designs out in fitment and maybe doing one quick flight, okay, maybe. But this is a 200 by 300 millimeter by 2 millimeter thick of carbon fiber plate that I'm going to be cutting drone frames on in the future. This was 30 bucks. This cost me a spool of good filament, of high quality filament for this. And this is stiffer than anything I could print on any of my printers. And it's just 2 millimeter thick carbon fiber, and it's lighter. So yes, you at home could design your own frame and print it, and you could do it at home with no tools other than a 3D printer and your shitty Ender 3. But in no way will it be better than a carbon fiber frame. No way, absolutely no way. It makes no sense. That's why. But I will be doing it in a video. So there we go. Not just PETG. PETG isn't even going to be on the list of filaments I'm trying. will you cut an open source frame? Yes, Odonta. I'm going to be building an Odonta. So, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building the frame. I got to swap out a few parts here. We're swapping out the old VTX for a new VTX. I'm gonna have to swap my hat around here, I think, because I'm gonna constantly blocking the camera here. Old VTX going away. We're gonna be putting a new VTX in. I got a new capacitor here, which helps smooth out everything, makes it run better. What else? We're doing ELRS. We got a new frame. Let's get to. Ooh, I look bad with my hat backwards. Ooh. I'm gonna have to though. I got my soldering iron, I got all that, I got my flux, I got that, got the instructions, the shitty knockoff instructions. But yeah, there we go. So before we dive into it, hey, do you 3D print? Probably, if you're watching me. Hi, I do 3D printing stuff usually. Do you want some printer food? I like printer food. You like printer food. Your printer likes it even more. Because personally, I don't really like the taste of PLA, but your printer does. So if you want to win a spool of filament from Polymaker, link in the description, because every stream we give away a spool of Polymaker filament. So go enter. Open worldwide. Do this now. If you want to buy some Polymaker filament, because it is good stuff. There's also a link in the description as well as of other affiliate links if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do. But I can print 100 frames. Cool, you can bring all the frames to the park when you go flying, so every time you crash land or even just land slightly rough, you can transplant all your electronics into a new frame. Molds for compressed carbon fiber is an option for heavier quads. I kind of looked into that because I've seen the kits that you can buy and they're not that expensive for the material to do compressed carbon fiber molding. I'm very tempted to try it on something. I just need a project. Oh, and like the smash button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe. And if you want to help support the channel, consider becoming a channel member. Also, if you're a lurker, are you one of those people that just watches a YouTube stream and doesn't chat? You should chat, because when people gift memberships, if you're active in chat, you have a better chance of getting one. So, learn to crash less. I'm working on it, but the ground is big and I like to go fast. So, I will say though, the tiny whoop's great because you can crash into yourself and it does no damage. Okay, so the frame we're using here is an Apex 3 frame. Now, it's not the real Apex 3 frame, it's an AliExpress Apex 3 frame because I live in Canada and the prices for some of this stuff is stupid. So this was a fraction of the cost of the real frame. So we're just gonna kind of go with that. So that means we have glorious AliExpress instructions here. I got a piece of paper. 14 plus rotating parts may cause injuries. That's good to know. That's good to know. But the sky is bigger. Yeah, but when you crash into the sky, nothing happens. It's not as exciting. Is this a kit? No. This is a hodgepodge of old electronics from an old build, a new frame, and new electronics, a new VTX and whatnot. Maybe you could try to make a source one. Yeah, the source one's cool. The thing is, right now, I live in Canada, and we do have some rules when it comes to FPV in Canada. So they're not actually as bad as I originally thought they were, but right now I'm trying to stick under the 250 gram limit. I might have to break that rule today. We'll find out. But I'm trying to stick under the 250 gram limit for quadcopters in Canada. Because in Canada, kind of the way it works is basically 0 to 250, you can't fly it in restricted airspace, so like airport space. So I think like within 3 kilometers of an airport or something like that. So under 250, you can't fly it at an airport, and you can't be a dick, so don't fly it into people. That's basically the rule. Like I can bring all my quads to the park and just fly them around, no issue. 250 and up, you need a basic license. There's like a basic and expert, or basic and advanced. Basic is 250 grams and up to 25 kilograms. You have to fly under 400 feet of elevation off ground, not sea level, off ground. 400 feet from the ground is max, and you can't fly over people or within like 30 meters of pedestrians. So you can't just fly it around random people, and you have to avoid wildfires, which makes sense. And like events, you can't fly it over events. And then if you want to fly over people and do like, if you want to fly over people and in buildings, like commercial buildings, you need an advanced license. So if you want to do like it for business, but I can do personal business with it as long as I don't fly over people. It's actually, the laws in Canada aren't too bad for this. It's just, I have to, and it's an online test you do. So it's actually, oh, and technically you need somebody line of sight the whole time. So if a police officer shows up, the police officer is my spotter. I don't think police officers really care. Nobody's bugged me yet. Technically, you need to be line of sight, which if you're wearing the goggles, you can't. So you're supposed to have a spotter, but nobody does. So, is what it is. We're just going to roll with it. No airport 30 meters from people, not over houses, not over 700 meters. Same rules. Yeah, so it's not too bad. And then there's rules that have to do with the output power of your VTX, but nobody really follows those rules. It's like in the States, you need like a ham license or something if you want to go over 25 milliwatt, but even the 25 milliwatt isn't really a thing. So this frame is kind of a good enough frame, I guess. It's got printed parts. We're gonna try and figure out how this all goes together, I think. That goes there. That block just kind of sits there. Are the arms all the same? Yeah, the arms are all the same. Okay, so we need some screws. And I'm gonna need, let me get this out so you guys can actually, let's build a black frame on a black counter. That makes a great viewing experience for my audience. One of the hobbies. This hobby, I got into 3D printing in late 2017, and then 2018 I wanted to get into this, and I actually bought a bunch of stuff to get into it, but then life kind of got busy, and so by the time everything showed up, winter set in, it got crappy outside, and then next thing I know, it's like 4 years later and I'm finally flying this stuff. I'm flying, okay, so I'm flying analog mostly. This quad is analog, my Tiny Whoop is analog. Those are the two I'm flying the most right now. But somebody who's a friend of the channel reached out, and they were getting rid of some stuff they don't use anymore at a price I couldn't really say no to. So I got a set of DJI V1 goggles, which is DJI digital, by the way, if you don't know, and some old quads from them. So one of the quads is a digital. It's got the Caddx Vista. So I bought this, which is a Foxier Wildfire. So this will pick up the analog, and I can slide it onto the side of my goggles, plug it in, and I can fly digital and analog with this and look super cool with this strapped to my face at the park. Because you look so cool with those on your head. So of the 5 quads I have right now, 3 are airworthy. We'll have 4 after today, but only 1 is digital. So yeah, I don't have a Goggles 2 or 03 Air unit. It's $320 Canadian, I think, for a an 03 Air unit up here in Canada. It's not really within my budget to go digital. Right now, I'm basically kind of hoping, and I'm checking out the used market on like Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace, and like Kijiji, which is like Canadians Craigslist. Trying to keep an eye out for like used Caddx Vistas and whatnot. DFH gifted 10 community memberships. Cheers, DFH. M310, M310, where are M310? Are these M310s? Oh, those are M38s. M310, oh, here we go. I think they have, no, they have the V2 goggles. They have the V2 goggles. And of course, because it's DJI, it makes perfect sense. So you have the DJI goggles, which as far as I'm aware, they only work with like the actual DJI quads. And then you have the goggles V1, which is what I have. Then you have the goggles V2, which is an upgraded goggles V1, but they look exactly the same and they have like 810p versus 720p and one other random thing. And then you have the new goggles, which are not the goggles V2, they're the goggles 2. And those work with the O3 air unit. And the V2 goggles work with the O3 air unit, but the V1s don't work with the O3 air unit. Which doesn't matter because the O3 air unit's 1080p, so it's a 720p goggle, so why would you care? Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Yes, DJI is evil company, but if you look into what they've done, it's actually not, they're not obsoleting it, which is really nice. Because if you want to use the new goggles, the goggles 2 with the old air units, so like the Vista or the Link or even the original air unit, you have to update the software. And you update the firmware and they'll work with the new goggles, the goggles 2, but they won't be able to bind to the old goggles, the V1 and the V2. However, you can reverse the firmware. So you can go back and make it work. So they still work. So basically my goggles, which are the V1 goggles, they're only 720p versus 810p or 1080p, but they're higher frame rate, which is nice, I guess. And I can't use the $750 receiver or the air unit. I can only use the one that's half that price. I can live with that. I can live with that. So I'm like I didn't plan on going digital, but I couldn't really say no to this, and I'm really content with what I have. I'm not too worried. Did I learn something today? Yes, I did. So, yeah, we're gonna use this camera right here. We'll go with mobile cam on this. Oh, I gotta turn autofocus back on. For your video, camera control, autofocus, apply. There we go. Okay. DJI FPV is good for photo. I might have gone Air 2s and found an old M2 Pro. What's the M2 Pro? Okay, so that goes there. And these go on. So you can tell these aren't like the official frame, because the holes are ever so slightly not perfect. But you know what? Well, I'm now part of the frame. I guess I gotta fly with my quad now. There we go. Try carbon reinforced filament. I'm pretty sure that's one of the filaments I have on the way. The company that's sponsoring a portion of the build, or they're sponsoring the video, they happen to make filament. I'm not sure which company it is. You might have heard of them. I'm not going to say them yet, but if you're you know, Sherlock Holmes, you might be able to figure out which company it is. But I'm pretty sure it's on the list. Okay. might have to take one of these out to kind of, let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take one of these out. There we go. Do a favor and get good quality Allen keys before you need them. I got my LTT store screwdriver. I'm good. I'm good. Good, homie. Okay. Now that goes on there, and then that's going to get locked. Yep. So we need our screws for our electrical. And I'm probably going to need some standoffs for this, I'm assuming. Does this kit come with standoffs, or I got to reuse? I got to reuse standoffs. Okay. So let's do that. How's the LTT screwdriver holding up? I love it. I absolutely adore it. Although I'm looking for my electric one right now. Just make this part a little bit easier. Of course, I'm gonna have to steal the old standoffs from the old frame. Low power. Oh no. Oh no. Can I use this while it's charging? This is like the third time I've had to charge this ever. How am I doing today? I'm doing great. Last time it was charged was during the Prusa build. Probably. I don't use it too much. Like, I only use it when I have to like drive really long screws, ridiculous amounts. How's Doggo? Doggo's doing good. Doggo is doing good. He's probably hiding upstairs with the wifey though, because that's what he does. Perfect weather for a hot dog. We had craft dinner and hot dogs the other night. Traditional Canadian feast. Buckwild 10, cheers. Have you checked out the Shuriken Whoop? I believe it's all 3D printed. I have not. Did I forget to adjust the gain? No. it is set up right. Am I sounding a little bit quieter than normal? Ketchup or mustard? I do ketchup. I'm from one of the regions where ketchup is the norm on hot dogs. Although we're Canadian, so the tradition is you use your craft dinner, you boil your hot dogs and it goes with craft dinner. Traditional Canadian feast. Oh, this frame is so much tankier than the old one. Holy shit. Okay, I think that's all I gotta put together for that. Okay. So we've got this bottom plate. So if I need to replace an arm, when I inevitably slam it into the ground and litho break it, and I did get spare arms, you basically undo the one screw, you pull out the arm, you put the new arm in, you're good to go. Swap the thing over and you're good to go. Want to fly together? Maybe. Where are you at? The problem is right now it's wet. The weather is shit right now. It's been crappy out. So when I fly, it's like get 3 or 4 packs in, and yeah. What size is this frame? 3-inch. Well, 3-inch propellers. It's a Apex 3 is the frame. Put the wrong username. That's okay, Poindexter. I don't you don't have to be here to win, so I don't verify usernames. I don't do that. Because I know my streaming times are not good for a lot of people, because I stream at different times and I have an audience in Europe and whatnot, and it's like, oh, dark stupid over there right now. I'm pretty flexible when it comes to my start times, so I'm not, you know, anal about the you have to be here to win. Have you seen the siren frame? I have not. Again, I've only been really into like doing FPV stuff for like 2 months. Or actually, no, it's about 3 months now. So I know a bit, but I'm really not the person to ask for some of the really in-depth stuff. Do I have room for the battery here? I do. Okay, or I gotta figure out how to mount this guy. I gotta figure out where to mount that ESC or that capacitor. So what you want to do is you have a capacitor here, and ideally you want to mount it right here to where your power comes in and out, so that way it like smooths the power and you don't get flicker as much with your batteries or with your camera, and it just makes it a better experience. But you don't always have the option to mount it right there because it would stick out of the frame, which actually we might be okay putting it there, because it's hitting right here would be kind of hard to do once you get the top plate on, because you're going to have this over the whole top. So that might be okay there. That might be okay to mount it there. Because the other option is you put it on wires and you like tuck it under here or something. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Yeah, the bigger the better the capacitor. This is a 470 UF 35 volt. This is a 4S quad. So that's why I like my Omni fixes. I keep all the parts that I'm going to mount stuck to it when I'm not using them. The Siren F3 frame. It's lighter than the Apex 3 and it has nice features. I live in Canada, so sourcing a lot of stuff is basically Canadian vendors don't have the full supply, and shipping stuff from the States can be stupid at times. So for example, on the suggestion of somebody, I got fat straps and the newbie drone foam for my DJI V1s. those cost about like $40 US or something like that. I'm gonna end up paying about $100 freaking for it because taxes, which okay, whatever, and then shipping to Canada, which is a little bit more than shipping in the States, and then convert it to Canadian pesos, and then of course UPS is like, yeah, we just want another $30. Just give us $30. Do it. Otherwise, you're not gonna get your package. It's just like the, you know, slap on a random charge like that. So I try to avoid buying stuff from the States when I can. It's like this frame. This is not an Impulse RC Apex 3. This is just a Apex 3 from AliExpress because this is half the price, more than half the price, or less than half the price. And that's including 4 extra arms. But some stuff we can get in Canada, and it's actually not bad. So like even the DJI stuff is like convert it to Canadian and add like 5%, and it's actually not that bad. So the ESC is sideways. So technically the ESC is the original way. If you look at the ESC, there is an arrow that points towards the front of your quad. So the ESC is the right way. On this one, the battery is designed to come out, the power lead comes out the side. When we put this into the second frame it was in, we actually had to turn it to make it fit. But on this one, we have room to put it the original way. So in this one, we're gonna put our motors like that. We're all good there. Need drone parts. Well, I live across from Detroit. I live in South Detroit. So there's only a river in the way, although I'm sure whatever the American guys are with the Alphabet company, as I'm told they are, they wouldn't appreciate me flying stuff across the border too much. So the holes on the left side, yes, they are. If I remember correctly, on where is it? I remember looking up this ESC at one point. Let's see here. Model VTX motor, those are the motors. Yeah, this right here, these two I think are for, doesn't show anything about the ESC on the manual. Oh, this is a manual for the quadcopter, I think. Yeah, this is just for the quadcopter. Nothing about the ESC. Where's the ESC? Oh, here we go. I think this is it. Yep. I remember seeing, yeah, you can hook the capacitor up to that side too if you want. We might, depends on how much room we got. This is on a tiny whoop suck, but yeah. Why am I using analog? Because I already have it, and to get analog or get DJI, I'd have to drop $189, or yeah, right now the current cost of a Runcam Wasp plus the Link is 189 Canadian plus tax plus shipping. So I'm in no rush to upgrade that. I will be taking at some point the Vista, the Naked Vista, and I think it's the Nebula Nano Not Pro, and putting in the Nano Long Range at some point, or the LR4 at some point. Yeah, they say plus or minus. So yeah, I'll hook it up on here. So we'll do that later. We'll see how much room we got once we put everything, because I'm going to have to... Let's see here. So that's minus. So the short side minus. Yeah, I can put it in, and then I'll just do a little loop around and just stick it like right there, because that should clear this. No, that'll block my USB. Block my USB. I'll put it on a short little wire. I'll put on a short little wire, and then I'll just VHB it like there, or something. I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We got some time. We got some time. Can you shrink the cap? Yeah, we'll figure out the cap. For real. Yes, cap. Leads under the ESC behind the camera in that empty space. That's a good idea, and that's probably what I'll end up doing. Let's get the motors attached to this, because I don't like working on this with the motors, you know, flopping all over the place, because I'm a little not liking that. I think they're in here. Where is my baggie of old parts? Baggie of old parts, there we go. Some flux on that capacitor. Yeah, you do need flux on the capacitors. Dropping everything everywhere. There we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. The less pin you leave on the crack when the metal fatigues and gets short, you're better cutting the lead short and then using silicone wire between the ESC and the cap. Yeah, and for the wire gauge, I want to use the thinnest wire gauge I have, right? If I remember correctly. And no, I don't have any gummies. This is 2mm and I don't have gummies, so. No thinner than 20 gauge. Okay, I have 20 gauge. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, I figure the wires are pretty narrow to begin with, so. Because it has something to do with resistance, right? Less noise on DC, yeah. Okay, so. Just wire these guys up. Where am I? Make sure you dunk it. Yeah. Well, yeah, you want to make sure it's fully clean, right? The last thing you want is some contamination, right? Oh, God damn it. I'm a genius. I put all the arms on upside down. They have these little cutouts here for the that don't go all the way through for the motor, for the pin, and I put all of them on upside down. I am the biggest brain in all the universe. I am the biggest brain. So I did this on purpose to show you how easy it is if you have to swap an arm. So say I crashed and I did my normal traditional landing and I crashed, and you would just unscrew that. You take out the old arm, the new arm in, and it indexes. And you get your doodad. Put that back together. Put that in there. go. See what I mean? See? And now we're good. So that goes there. Biggest brain. Biggest brain in the world. I'm like, why isn't this lining up? Oh. I'm like, that's why that's not lining up. I'm an idiot. Probably get some blue Loctite for this. I had one job. My job is to entertain you guys for 3 hours. Whatever happens during those 3 hours is what happens. Okay, I'm just gonna leave them a little loose for now. Okay. As Bonesaw had said, I got you for 3 hours. Oh, no, 3 minutes. Well, see, what I was doing is I was actually trying to build a Cinewhoop. And that way the motors blow down, right? Because on a Cinewhoop, the motors blow down. So for a second, I thought I was building a Cinewhoop. That's what happened. Right? That's my big brain excuse. Honestly, I'm just impressed I managed to do all 4 upside down. And also, while I'm fumbling with this, if you missed the announcement yesterday, on, what is it? December 30th. So New Year's Eve, there will be a giveaway stream. We're doing a New Year's Eve bash live stream on this channel. We will be giving away, as of now, a BQ Hurricane, in whatever state it is right now. I'm gonna go through my pile of printers I no longer use, and I'm gonna try and find 2 more. I want to see if I can get rid of 3 printers, and then also, because, you know, getting my leftovers may not appeal to everyone. We have a LDO Motors Voron Trident kit, 250 millimeters to give away. So that will be on December 30th. So New Year's Eve will be that. How do you get on my Discord server? There's a link in the description of this stream. The vast majority of questions, no offense, by the way, but the vast majority of questions that when you ask somebody who's live streaming can be answered by looking in the description of their live stream. It's a surprisingly easy solution to get your answers sometimes. Why not build a tricopter? Because they're not really a thing. Are other people building them? If no, it's probably a reason. I think I hear somebody at my door. Uno momento. Uno momento. Hey buddy, you wanna come say hi? Coda! Coda! Come on! Come on! Hey, come here! Come on! He was like lying right at the door, and as soon as I open the door, he starts running away. Yeah, come here. Come say hi. Come on, buddy. There's my old pupper. How you doing, buddy? Doing good? Boop, 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 boop. Are you a good boy? Yes, you are. You're getting dog fur all over my printer room. You good boy? Where's the spot? Where's the spot? Oh, it's right there? Right there. Okay. Can you close the door on the way out? Come on. Yeah. He's getting old. He's 11, I think now. 11. Do you have a link to the kit I'm building? No, this isn't a kit. This is an Apex 3 frame, some of the electronics from a HG LRC XJB 145, which was a 3-inch quadcopter from 2018. And then some new electronics like a SPOOL TX800 VTX, an ELRS receiver, and a baby Ratel2 camera. So this is kind of like a Frankencopter type situation here. Oh, I gotta swap this around first. Why don't I get a US mail box to ship stuff through? Because that would require me going across the border. And across the border is Detroit. I seen RoboCop. I know what it's like over there. Also, while I live close to the border, going like, if I were to like just for me to go from my house to hop across the border and back is an hour drive. Once you factor in and like crossing the border and everything. And with COVID and everything, getting across the border was an absolute nightmare. But now it's opened back up. It's still a pain in the butt. Like it's not something I do for fun. And then also, if it's like, oh, I just want to do that so I can, you know, buy stuff cheap in the States and come across. Well, when you come across the border, they ask, what did you do over there? And if I go, oh, I went to go pick some stuff up, and they find out you're messing with them, they'll make you pay, well, they'll either confiscate it, or they'll make you pay full duty on it. So there's no point in trying to sneak it across, because if they ask what it is, and if you know, you can always say, oh, I didn't pick up anything, or lie about the value. But if they check you, you're fucked. And then that means every time you go across the border in the future, you're now flagged. And that means you're going to get screwed every time you go across the border in the future. Which, consider I crossed the border to go to 3D printing events to cover with this channel, I want to be on good terms with the American border guards. I don't want to be on the shit list. Actually, no, it would be on the Canadian side coming back, but still. Just buy groceries at the same time. Yeah, but then I gotta go buy groceries, and I don't want to go buy groceries in downtown Detroit, which means another drive. Gas. I know you save gas, but here's the thing. I drive a Focus. Right now it's like $50 to fill up my tank. The amount I would save would cover driving there to get the gas. So I don't think it really makes too much sense. There we go. So now we've got our frame. We've got the lower frame here, which this is going to get. Hey, I did it right. Good. Yeah, this gets our camera. So our camera goes up front here. That's going to go in there. Wait, no, wrong way around. Yeah, that goes there. So our camera goes there. Now we got to put some standoffs in here. And the standoffs are held on with M36s. But before we do that, we're going to have plenty of room. So let's get this ESC taken care of right now. So let's do that. Let's do our ESC stuff. So negative on the far side. Yep. So what I want to do is chop these short, solder on some wire, and then what we're going to do is we're going to stick this down in here. You know, there's a hole here, so I got to be careful so it doesn't fall out of the hole. But like VHB it in there so it doesn't move, and then run. Is the outside of this capacitive? There's a stupid hole here. I wish this hole wasn't here. I could shrink wrap it. I could just put shrink wrap around it. But yeah. So let's put that on. So let's get some wire. I have What gauge is this? This is, I don't know. What gauge is this? 24 gauge? This isn't labeled. Is this not labeled? .28 gauge? My eyes suck. .26 gauge, I think. Be nice if they actually labeled the box. They didn't. Heat shrink it? Okay. Okay, we'll use the 26 gauge here because it's got to be bigger than 20 or smaller than 20, right? Or should I use 24? I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, we'll use this stuff. 20 or smaller. Well, I got 26 here, so we'll use 26. That works. And yes, I'm going to heat shrink the whole thing. Okay, so we'll do positive first. Get my little heat shrink here. Okay, that'll work. Okay. Snip, snip. Snip, snip, stop. Stupid snap. Okie dokie. Wow. So, solder this on. Where did I just put those wires I cut? Oh, they're over here. I'm like, I just cut 2 wires. Where the hell did I put them? IR, big brain, big brain. A bit of soldering. Yeah, these are Omni Fixos and I absolutely adore them. When it comes to soldering. Because for those that are new to the channel who don't know, I suffer from what's called essential tremors. So that means my hands just shake constantly. Like they just, it's not horrible and I kind of learned to live with them. but it's just something I got to deal with. So like anytime I'm doing like anything like precise, like my hands just shake. But these have been quite handy when it comes to fighting that. So, are you on? No, it would help if you were on. Not quite. There we go. So the ability for these to really kind of hold whatever in whatever position easily is absolutely amazing. To just set everything up. To easily just look at me, I'm being a heathen. I'm using the thing I tell people not to ever do. Just because I don't want to accidentally torch the cap. There we go. Woo. What are my rates? Beta flight defaults. So I should put a piece of heat shrink over the whole thing? Is that what I should be doing? Yeah, let's see here. Well, I can't pull up my rates until I connect it, but go. There we go. Ta-da! Focus. This way you can see if it's popped. Yeah. Jeez, focus. There you go. Yeah, you can see. Okay. So now we got to figure out somewhere to make this, where to mount this. So like right there, because I think oh wait, no, I'm gonna have a standoff there, right? Yeah, I'm gonna have standoffs there. I could still, yeah, I could fit it back here, I think. Let's put my standoffs in and go from there. These are M3/8s. Yep. So I have a bumper in the front I have to put on this, apparently. Bumper! Okay. So that's M3/8. And that's M310. M3/8s, there we go. Man, as somebody whose job it is to like do 3D printing for a living kind of thing, I love when I get prints from companies and it's like, yo dog, your prints are shit. Also, these screws are shit. Can't size a hole properly to save their life, it looks like. Like, your stuff don't line up, boy. There we go. Okay, and then these are M36, I think? Yeah. Yeah, pretty much every hole on this quad is like size for size. So they didn't... Normally you want for like a 3mm screw hole, you want like 3.2mm for the actual hole size. And yeah, nah dog, they did not. They did not. Also they use the cheap screws that get stuck. So I don't like button heads. Oh, this one worked. Like I know button heads are lighter, but button heads strip easier. I'm not a fan of button heads. Okay, let's get my camera and just kind of put it in the mount and see what we're working with here. I gotta be very careful. Like, literally, they disappear on my table here. I'm like, where do the plates go? Okay, so I'm assuming we're gonna put it through that hole. Not on the frame, you want it to screw into the carbon fiber first? Okay. I stand corrected then. Analog, yes, analog. I have a P.O. box. If you type exclamation mark P.O. box, you'll get my P.O. box. If you would like to send me a Caddx Vista with the camera, then I will gladly install it. But at this time, it is not within the budget. So, oh yeah, I got plenty of room back here. I got plenty of room back here. So we'll just put it right between these two towers with a little bit of VHP, and then we'll solder it up, and we'll call it hunky dory. Yeah, we'll be good. Look how much extra cable I got there. Okay. I got a feeling I'm going to be getting this frame in view. I'll have to move this camera down more, but for now, that's just kind of a good idea. So yeah, we'll mount it right. Get some double-sided tape and just go bloop right there. And then I'll run it underneath these guys. So, get me some of that VHB goodness. Oh, it'll vibrate? Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. And tie a wrap around the bottom plate around the cap. Wait. And tie wrap around the bottom. Oh, like a zip tie? Yeah, I can zip tie it down too. No, these aren't the tweezers I want. There we are. I swear, getting the stupid little red backer off VHB is an absolute pain in the butt at times. There we go. Okay. So what do we got? We got negative and positive. Okay, I can't zoom in anymore. Let that heat up. Little double do ya? Go. So if I'm not mistaken, negative in the front, positive in the back. We want as little wire exposed as possible. So this is where my essential tremors become an absolute nightmare to deal with. Just try to hold it by hand and try not to burn myself. There we go. There we go. Well, are we installing Clipper? Oh, you bet. It's an STM32 processor, so we could totally install Clipper on this. It's gonna make it dance. There we go. Okay, so now we got positive and negative. Positive, negative. We got the cap installed. Good to go. Oh, twist them? Okay, good point. Shoot. Ah, dang it. Ah, my fat fingers don't fit. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's take these wires down and move on to the next step. Hello from Florida. Hello there, Gary. How you doing? I'll be able to, like, if anyone ever tries to steal a quad from me, I'll be able to prove it's mine just from a DNA test, because every one of these quads is gonna have so much dog hair in it. Like there's gonna be no point in trying to prove that you didn't steal my quad. 'Cause I'll be like, dude, there's like 20 pounds of coda in this thing. And this is Tessa wire loom tape. Stop adding dead weight. I'm sure a little bit of tape to keep my wires from being, you know, all loosey-goosey and getting sucked into the props is a acceptable trade-off. For those that are don't know how I build my 3D printers, I am not a gram queen. I do not chase grams. And considering I ain't no crazy good freestyle pilot, I ain't pulling any crazy tricks. I'd rather have a little bit more robustness so I can actually use up more than 2 batteries at the park before breaking my stuff. I bought this tape years ago for Voron builds, the Tessa tape. Okay, so now this FC stacks on top of this ESC, and there's pins. So what I have to do is I got my new VTX, which is this. And we're gonna be lazy and use the pins that come with it, because there's like a little connector. So we gotta take off the old VTX and solder the pins on for the new VTX. I could solder directly to the VTX, but just for like ease of maintenance in the future and whatnot, I'm just gonna use the pins. So this is gonna go there. So got these, so now I gotta mount it. So let's go ahead and mount that, or at least get it ready so I know where to position everything for zip tie before the cap is buried. Ooh, good point. Good point. Zip ties, zip ties. I had a whole bunch of zip ties. Zip ties. What the zip tie adds 0.2 grams. There we go. Okay, where did that... There we go. Go. The board is a bit brittle, performance above average. Soft mounted those VTX. I'm just gonna hard mount it for now. If I gotta switch it out, I can, I guess. Yeah, because this... Oh yeah, that ain't gonna work. That might work. Ooh, loosey-goosey. Let's fit on top. Oh yeah, we'll be able to tighten it up. Yeah, we'll be good. For now. I've got replacement hardware if I need it. Printed in TPU, yeah. Okay. So, I have to solder up. Now this one runs off battery. This one is at 5 volts. So where is my 5 volt on here? And my TX and RX are down there. Shoot. Okay, so I got to solder up 2 wires down here. This comes out there. There's my buzzer, which we can stick it wherever the hell we want to stick it. It's a buzzer. But... Okay, so there's a TX3. So TX3 is my IRC one, which is green. Because V is video. So video. This is IRC tramp. So So TX3 is there. So I got to swap this one to this green wire. I'm just going to do one at a time. Just swap one at a time until we're good. Okay. Heat you up. And I am going to leave just a little bit extra because it's okay to have extra wire. Can't even strip this wire. Strip it by hand. Good enough. That's old. That's old solder. Let's get some good fresh solder on here. There we go. There we go. That's that. 5 volts there. So I got to pull my 5 volt from there. Ooh. Just realized I burned the tip of my thumb there. While I'm doing this, don't forget, if you want to win some filament from Polymaker, link in the description. There we go. Okay. So that's that. So now, flip it over. So ground and video, so I can remove all these now. Because we're not using bat. There we go. A little bit of flux on these. Am I flexing the capacitor? Ooh, I am. Dang it. There we go. Okay. Oh man, this I really freaking hate shaking. There we go. Okay. There's ground, there's that. Okay, so now this is a camera. So now I got to hook up my ELRS receiver, which unfortunately, two of the wires are underneath because I got to use on this one. There is TX1. The pads for TX and RX on UART1 are not visible. They're not. I got S-Bus, D-Sum, and PPX, whatever the hell that means. So I got to use TX and RX6, which are down here for this. So I can get power from there, but I got TX and RX from there. So got to figure that out. Spaghetti. So this is ELRS, so I'm just gonna go use the 5-volt. So the question is, where the hell am I gonna mount this? Yeah, I'll just make it about as long. So we're gonna put you there. I'm gonna stick you on top of this. You can use S-Bus with an option in the ELRS. How? Because I'm just gonna go TX to RX and RX to TX and just change it into UART6 and call it a day, I think. Instead of dealing with UART1, I'll just use UART6 for my serial connection. Yeah, I'm just gonna put on the, it's open, it's there, I just gotta solder to it. I ain't gonna make it complicated. Why make it harder than it needs to be? So let me pull up EP2 wiring. Just make sure I got it right. Yeah, because it's there you go. So let's get these tinned up. No CAN bus option. Yeah, we ain't got no CAN bus here, unfortunately. God damn it, come on. I am about to get some liquid courage to help with this, because this is going about as well as I would expect when it comes to me handling small soldering jobs. There we go. There we go. There we go. Twisty twisty or else. Yep. Oh, I'll twist it all up, don't worry. Just for now, we're just getting it all soldered up. By the way, I bought this tube of flux from like Louis Rossman's store like 4 years ago, and like this will last me until the day I die probably. Okay, so RX is on the outside. So this guy's RX. And so this guy's TX, and I need to go to TX. There we go. It's RX to TX and TX to RX. There we go. Okay. I think that's it for soldering. I got my old VTX here. We can save that for something else. Lewis uses 1-2 per. Yeah. Yeah. Louis Rossman loves splooge solder on stuff. Okay. Where is my brushy? And then this is the alcohol used for cleaning stuff, and this is the alcohol used for cleaning yourself up. We'll get into that one later. And I put this under my fan and let it dry for a minute. Good understanding of it. When I tend to get into a hobby or something new, I tend to binge content. So I will sit there because I'm like an insomniac. I go to bed at like 2 a.m. sometimes closer to 3 a.m. But usually 1 to 2 a.m. is my normal. I go to bedtime, and I'm up at like 7 in the morning usually. So I'm very much up and about a lot. So Gary gifted 1 community membership. Cheers. Don't put your head above the soldering. Was I blocking? How much of that did I block, by the way? Please tell me you at least saw some of what I was working on. some. Oh, geez, sorry. Trying to blow off all the alcohol. Okay, so okay. So let's put this together now. Most of the overhead shots. A year's of it. Ever think of doing a year's end video of my favorite tools? Matt, my brother in Christ. Do you not watch my videos? I just did one. Let me pull it up here. Videos. The tools I use in 2022. After this pixel ad finishes. I don't know what it is. Anytime I try to like load up a video on this computer while I'm streaming, it takes forever. Come on. Come on. Hey, there's me. So yes, there you go. And I got links to some of them, not all of them though, because I'm in Canada, so I can't use like, I don't think I can use American affiliate links for some stuff. I don't know. But yeah. But yeah, I did one because a bunch of people asked. So. Okay. Oh, I didn't clean off the flux off that. There's a lot of flux on that. I'm just hoping, because this receiver or this VTX is up to, I think, 750 milliamps, and I've got two 5 volts on here. Both 5 volts should be the same, and I think it's rated for 3 amps, the 5 volts on this board. If anyone needs help, just stop at Botgrinder's Discord is pretty chill, I will say. Like I joined a few FPV Discords. The Botgrinder one, it's obviously it's not for everyone, but it's pretty chill. And the dude makes funny videos and good videos too. Makes the videos that makes me want to go outside and fly my quad, and then I end up litho braking a little too hard, which is a good thing. Okay. Cleaning with flux? No, it's ISO. I keep my ISO in this bottle because it's got a little spout top. Okay. So now, at least on the good thing, because we've now have this VTX back in the original orientation, I no longer have to take my camera off to get at the USB. But one of the reasons I switched to this frame, the previous frame had everything stacked on top. And now if I do end up going to DJI Digital in the future with this, I actually have proper room for it. So these kind of squish down. This is the third frame these wires have been in. They're used to it by now. Just get in your hole. Although one of these I did have to swap the motor out, because I did break a motor already. It's like you fit before. There you go. There we go. Uh-oh. Where'd you go from? Where did you come from? Buzzer. Okay, I gotta solder you there. Okay. Uh-oh. I can fix that. I can fix you. I can fix you. Here we go. It's always good to see you're putting it all together and all of a sudden you got a wire just kind of flapping in the breeze. Litho braking. Well, litho braking, for those that don't know what litho braking is, it's actually a term from Kerbal Space Program, or at least the Kerbal Space Program community. That's kind of been adopted by like SpaceX uses it, but litho braking. Litho meaning ground and braking meaning brake. So you're braking using the ground. You're crashing. Hopefully that was that one. Was that one? Yeah, because those were LEDs. Yeah, because this originally had LEDs attached to the buzzer, but I ended up getting rid of them to try and save like a gram. Okay, so that goes there. And I do have little screwdrivers for this. Look at this, look at this little screwdriver. That's the wrong size screwdriver. Shoot. Where's the right one? Here it is. And it breaks off. I don't think these are going to work. I don't think these standoffs are going to work. I think I'm going to have to switch to like regular standoffs for this. 1 second here. Maybe we can make this work. There we go. The screws go on a certain way. The screws go on a certain way and they get a lot more thread engagement. There we go. That explains it. I do have like the female to female screws, or the standoffs, that I could use if I really wanted to. But we'll just kind of make do with this for now. Although that's usually a good way of saying this is a future Taylor problem. Okay, so we got our receiver there. We could put our camera in now, I guess. How do you lose a camera? So I should be able to power this up, right? And it should work. Like, I should be able to get the VTX working. Although I should actually, no. I should plug it into my computer first, I think. That's what I should do. Do I have to calibrate weight and motor types? No. So all that's the same. None of that changed with this build. None of that changed with this build. So we should still be kind of okay in regards to all that. Just want to add more M2 standoffs. Want to flip the stand because then it's plastic sticking through, and I'd rather have metal because I think metal would be a little bit more robust for when I inevitably, you know, yeet it into the ground. Because remember, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And with my luck, the wind will be not very far off. So. I am missing a screw. I have lost a screw. I have found a screw. That's the wrong size screw. Yeah, these go there. Why aren't you going in straight? Okay, this standoff's fucky. That's why having an M3 tap on hand is always a good idea. Because when you get that standoff that's, you know, made of grade A quality Chinesium, you just run a tap through it to clean up. Well, I do have some Ultim. I don't have Peak, but I have Ultim. But I got to get some time on the second, get it up and running and actually use it for a while before I go in and close it. Okay. So we got our camera, we got the new VTX, we got that. Top plate goes on. and then that will be our quad. But what I want to do first, I'm going to plug a thing in. So it comes, this has a transmitter. Okay. For those that have never played around with any transmitters or receivers, transmitters, make sure you have the antenna in them before you plug them in. If you don't, you can fry your transmitter, because all the power that it generates that's supposed to come out the antenna, if the antenna's not there, it like does it internally, and it's not good, basically. Some stuff is safe against it, like is built-in protection, not everything though. So plug your antenna in. But I have better antennas, because Buddy sent me a bunch of extras. So we got this guy here, which none of these will fit through because they're MMX. So I got this fancy luminaire here, but I don't think that might fit. We might be able to use this luminaire. If we do, that'd be sweet, because this thing's an awesome antenna. So let's see here. Slide this off. So I cut a little access slot through here so I can actually, you know, put the antenna in the antenna. I don't think TPU will impact it too much. Well, TPU won't impact its ability to do its job, right? I don't think so, right? Oh yeah, I sliced it, or I could just, yeah, I'll just cut off the bottom there, but. Okay, yeah, so that might work. Okay, let me do this a different way. Okay, because that's not gonna actually work. There we go. What time are we at anyways? 10 o'clock? Okay, we should have this good by the time the stream ends. That works. What the antenna I sent are RHCPs. No, well this ain't digital. This ain't digital. I'm using RHCP on the analog. So these are RHCP. So analog, all my analog stuff is RHCP. The digital stuff is left hand. So for those that don't know, you have Omni antenna, Omni or direction, Omni. You got whip antennas like this, straight antennas, okay? Okay, so you got straight antennas like that, and then you got little circular polarized antennas like this. Circular polarized, some are left hand, some are right hand. For them to communicate to each other the best, the transmitting and the receiving have to be the same. So you can have both left hand and both right hand, and they'll work as good. But if you have a right hand and a left hand and a left hand and a right hand, they don't talk to each other too good. So rule of thumb with FPV stuff, analog is right hand, digital is left hand, but not always. So if you're going to an event and there's a lot of people flying analog and most people are on right hand, if you want to be special and fly left hand so that you get slightly better reception and you're not getting, you know, as much cross interference, apparently that's a thing. But yeah, that's what I've heard. Okay, let me put a zip tie around that and make it work. What about gyroid antenna? Funny joke. There you go. That kind of works. It's a little tight, but it works. TPU should protect it from any bumps. Okay. So now I'm going to plug it in to my computer to make sure it still computes and we didn't break anything. Oh yeah, there's different types of connectors too. So you have UFL, MMN, MMCX, or MMX, SMA, which is antennas are usually receivers. Like these things are usually that. So I don't have a camera on here, so if it sparks, I'll plug it in up here so we at least get footage of it. So. Okay, well, it's connected to the computer. Data flight, configurator. Connect. Hey, it's my quad. Okay, calibrate accelerometer, calibrating. Oh wait, I'm gonna have to do that again anyways, because that's not. Yeah, that's. I'm gonna have to redo that. Okay. Anyways, configuration, reports. So serials on that. Save and reboot. Okay. And then configuration, we need to go back to 0 because we had to turn it originally and we were 90 degrees off. So I think we're back to 0. Save and reboot. So now if I look at setup, if I tilt it up, oh, we're going backwards, Okay, so maybe it was the other way. Yeah, no, we're going the wrong way. Configuration. 90 degrees, maybe? No, okay, okay, maybe it was 180. I'm trying to remember what it was originally. 180. Same reboot. Okay, yeah, tilt up, okay, tilt left, tilt right, pivot, yaw right, yaw left, or yaw right, yaw left. There we go. Cool, we're good there. I don't think the VTX is working, but presets, we are using SPOOL or TX800 VTX tables. Options, I'm in USA. Pick. Agree. Save and reboot. Okay. Video transmitter. Race band 8. Love me race band 8. And they go all the way up to. Why is that? 800. Save. Okay. Disconnect. So now I should be able to plug in a battery and get the VTX working. So let's disconnect it. I'm just going to use my shitty EV800s so I can actually see quickly. Grab a batteria. And grab a 2-cell. I did change it to 6. Okay, so hear that. So, get an overhead cam. So if we get sparks, again, it's content. I hope we don't get sparks, but if we do, it's content. So. Okay, I'm getting footage. It's really shitty, but we're getting feed. So I gotta unlock this. So I'm waiting on the ELRS receiver to go into I can't do it on my... How do I do ELRS again? Okay, how do I unlock this bitch? I gotta hold it for 10 seconds, right? Yeah, so I gotta hold it for 10 seconds. Count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Ooh, that looks like shit. Unless it's in pit mode, but... That buzzer is good. The buzzer means it's not connected, essentially. Okay, so it's ELRS. So I gotta get it. I need something with Wi-Fi. That's what I need. I need my phone. Because I need to... What is it? It's 10.001, right? I don't think it has pit mode. I didn't have pit mode configured before. That cable for the VTX. Here, I'm gonna resolder this cable. This cable don't look too healthy. 1 second here. This cable for the actual VTX or video signal doesn't look too healthy. Okay, 1 second here. Where's my... There we go. Okay, so it's ELRS. You have to... So what is it? 10 seconds. If it doesn't connect, what is it? ELRS.local. I gotta update it too. Okay, I have the ELRS configurator. Oh wait, no. All right, no, I gotta, where is it? Internet. Searching for networks. I have the ELRS configurator installed. Where are you? Oh, there we go. So it's supposed to pop up as a network. I could use a laptop for this, but will be solid when it's on. It's just blinking fast like crazy right now. Like it's doing that. But it's running version 2. Oh, there it is. Express. ELRS. Connect. So I would do it on this computer, but I can't show you it, unfortunately. Connect Express ELRS. Yeah. So that is, I'm connected over Wi-Fi to that little blinking thing. Yes, it's annoying. So, join network. So I'm joining. Join. Okay, so official releases. Target. So this is happy model, 2.4 gigahertz device. This is the EP. Where's the EP2? Where's EP2? What's the... what's the target? Okay. Trying to figure out what the target is. Firmware target. Yeah, but what is... When I'm trying to create the flash for it. Device. It's an... Is it the EP? Is it just EP? UART. Device options. Standard mode. There's my binding phrase. Okay, so you should be connected here. No. Because it should have connected to my home net. Ooh, that's getting hot. 1 second here. That VTX is at full power. Shit. Have to build the file first? Okay. ISM build. Are we sure it's PP? The battery is plugged in. It's powered off a battery right now. By USB. I can't... Can I plug it in via USB? Like plug the controller in? I don't have a Vista. Yeah, that's much cooler. Target. UART method is Betaflight path through via USB. Okay, yeah, we'll do that then. But I can also do it over Wi-Fi if it decides to connect. Takes a minute for this stuff to compile. My air unit is dead. It's analog. Screen. Ah, hey, there it is. Cool. Okay. Success. Okay. Actions. Back. Cool. Okay, it's not Wi-Fi. Device options is connecting it. Oh, there we go. Oh, I had to select Wi-Fi. Shoot, that's why. Okay, I guess we gotta do build and flash again. Build and flash. I was dummy. I hit the wrong button. So EP2400. So I think the only difference between the EP1 and the EP2 is the antenna. And I figure use the super small antenna because that way I have less chance of breaking it. But I'm trying to figure out, because I've got a solid orange light in there. That means I should be on. Oh, shoot, shoot, shoot. Crap. Fuck. Pop the antenna out. That ain't good. Hopefully that didn't damage anything. Oh, now we got good signal. Now we got good signal. Okay, that antenna is too short. I'm gonna have to use a different antenna. There we go. Look, guys. Look. Can you see it? Do you see it? Look, look. He hit me with the stun. There we go. Oh, flash error. Okay, you know what? We'll do it over UART. Do it over UART. Do it over UART. With the Betaflight pass through. Okay, so plug that in. Make sure I'm not killing this battery either. Where's my checker? Where's my battery checker at? Yeah, I'll swap and put another fresh one. Just because these are just sitting at 3.8. Okay. So power up. So connect. We are connected. Configuration, it's UART 6. UART 6, okay, is our receiver. Okay. So let's go back. So we've got EP model. Happy model, we're gonna connect UART. Betaflight pass-through, okay. Betaflight pass-through. There's my that. Okay, home Wi-Fi SD. Oop. Make sure that's okay. Okay, I'm gonna make sure it gets. Okay. It's on COM 4. Build and flash. Is it build and flash? Close Betaflight. Okay. So do I turn off do I need to close Betaflight to do UART ELRS flash receiver Betaflight pass through? Just read the manual. Yes, close it. Okay. Close that. I'm assuming this is, ooh. Okay, so I'm assuming I picked the COM port there. Is that correct? I'll close Chrome too. Okay, so COM 4. Yeah, okay. So there we go. There we go. Okay, this beep is a oh shit beep. This is I'm powered up, but I'm not connected to the receiver beep. Okay, so when the receiver is powered up, okay.
Welcome to Edge TX.
So actually I gotta make a new model here. So I'm gonna copy Mobula 7. Copy. Select model. So I need to name this. So this is now an Apex 3. Do you call your quad? Oh, why are you getting a flash error? Failed. Why is that failing? Back. Just get my fan back on this. Connect. Why aren't you connecting? Why aren't you connecting? Connect. What's going on here? Oh. Connecting. This doesn't want to connect all of a sudden. Upload the file via the browser. That's what I'm going to end up doing here. 1 second here. But for some reason, Betaflight don't want to connect all of a sudden. There we go. Configuration. Where is beep? RX lost. There we go. Save and reboot. There we go. Okay. So I will just create a file and just upload it from my phone. So 1 second here. So connect on that. We're just going to, I guess it doesn't matter for the flashing method if I'm just building it. Build. Okay, let's build it. I'll put it on my phone and then I'll upload it once I connect to it. We'll just do it the old-fashioned way, I guess. Be a lot easier if I had a laptop. I do have a laptop, but it's in the other room. Actually, yeah, let me just do it with my bloody laptop. That's loud. Power. There we go. Whoa. Where'd my music go? Can you guys hear the music? Oh, because they're connecting to this stupid thing. That's why. I'm trying to connect to that. Connect to the computer. There we go. Okay. So we got that. So we're done there. There's our build. There's our files. Let's put them on this, put it over here. Okay. Now I connect a battery. It's gonna beep, whatever. Let it beep. Okay. So now I unplug this. Okay, Bluetooth, where are you? ELRS, where are, now we wait for ELRS to show up. So disconnect from the home net. We wait for ELRS to show up. It's gonna blow! I thought I turned off the beeper, I guess I didn't. So. Geez, there are so many networks in my area. I'm waiting for it to show up in here. There we go. Here's screen capture of the secondary computer. Unless it actually still remembers to connect to my home network. 1 second here. What is it? 10.0.0. ELRS connect to receiver. It's not showing up now in my networks. And I told it to try connecting to my home network. So maybe it's trying to connect and I kind of goofed it. Oh, there it is. Okay. So we got to connect to Express LRX RX connect. The password is Express LRS. Yeah, sure, whatever. Connecting. Okay. That opens up. Okay, so now we scroll down. Firmware update, choose file. We want to go to what we have on my USB drive, which is this one. Okay, update. So this is updating my receiver over the internet. And it's also flashing the binding phrase. Success. Wait for it to resume blinking before disconnecting power. Now it's blinking solid. Okay, disconnect power. Okay, so.
Telemetry lost.
Okay, so now with Express LRS, you heard it say telemetry lost, right? So watch.
Telemetry recovered.
So it's recovered, and it's still beeping. Why are you still beeping? I gotta figure out why it's still beeping. Why is it still beeping?
Telemetry lost.
Yeah, I know telemetry is lost. Okay. So with Express LRS, it doesn't work with like binding like you would, where you got to push a button on your receiver and you push a button on the controller and then it binds. You flash it with a phrase, and any transmitter that uses the same phrase, it binds to it. It just does. Open the models tab. I'll bet you see why. Okay. So. Okay, so let's connect to Betaflight. Connect. So we're back on that. Configuration. Turn our beeper back on. Oh, we don't need D-shot beacon because we have an actual beacon. Okay. Open the modes tab. Where's modes? Modes. Oh, I gotta set up this whole thing again. That's right.
Welcome to Edge TX.
Okay, so let's rename this. So this is now going to be... What are we going to call this? Apex 3? Call it Apex. Because we have to set up all our safeties and everything. Because it's a different receiver. And we got to make sure it's binding right. Okay, so that's Apex 3. Okay. So that's that. So now I need to give it juice again from the battery. Sorry. Okay. So. And flip over out to crash. So start these all again. Okay, so arm, add range. Hey, why aren't you picking up? Receiver. Oh, serial via UART. Crossfire. There we go. So, look at this. So there's pitch, there's my throttle, there's my yaw, there's my roll, and there's pitch. Or actually, yeah, roll is that, and there's pitch. Yay, there we go. Okay. So, RSSI, what do you do for RSSI? I'm trying to remember what RSSI is set up on. I'll go back to mode. Oh yeah, we gotta set the modes up. Okay, so let's arm. Just oh, okay. 1 second here. Oh. I forgot. Let's reset all these again, just so I make sure. Okay, arm is this one. So when I move it over there, it's armed. Okay, angle mode is this one. Okay. Beeper is this one. And where's my turtle mode? Flip over after crash. That one. Safe. And there we go. So this is the button I hit when I crash it and I can't find it. I hit this and it beeps. So you want a beeper, but it only works if the battery's plugged in. And of course I keep forgetting I need power on this. Okay, so now I could save that. Video transmitter, OSD. Okay, cool. Okay, so let me plug this in. Because I got to get my... I don't like pit mode. Because if I crash, I lose VTX. Because you turn off the quad, or you disarm it, and you lose video. If it's like 25 milliwatt and you crash it way out in the field, and like if you go to pit mode, if you disarm the quad, because if you arm it and the motors are stuck, you can damage them, right? So if you disarm it, you go down to like 25 milliwatt or no VTX and you lose it. So I'm not racing. I'm not flying with other people. I plug in and I go. So pit mode doesn't really... Oh, I could set it on a switch. Okay, well, I'll figure about it later. I got to set up now RSSI. So how do I set up... telemetry. Because telemetry now... I just turn on telemetry output, right? I think I just turn on telemetry output, don't I? Like, here, let me unplug that, unplug this. And yeah, no telemetry loss. Grab my Mobula 7, plug that in. Okay. SPI built in, disable, disable. Oh, it just does it automatically? I guess it just does it automatically. Yeah, RSSI channel E. Yeah, okay. You don't need to do it in your radio. You do not need to do it in your radio with this. So I should just be able to go to receiver or OSD. So I don't need RSSI anymore because RSSI is poopy. We don't want RSSI. What we want is link quality. Okay, I want LQ. And I want, what is it called? What is it called? It is not link quality. It is not RSSI, dBm value. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now, when I save that, let me plug this in.
Telemetry recovered.
Turn this on. Let's see what we got. It's showing me the link quality. Why show me link quality 0? Link quality 0. Modes. For some reason, my flip after crash. Oh, it's over there. There we go. So receiver, telemetry output. Save and reboot. No, it's still showing link quality 00 and negative 130. Aux channel. There we go. There we go. There's link quality. Okay, so if I go out here, yeah, there we go. Okay, that makes sense. There we go. Sweet. Okay, so now we save that. And we can finish putting this together. Where'd the music go? Why'd the music turn off? Where'd the music go? Connecting. Okay, we're connected. Play the music. Okay, that's weird. Okay, so now we gotta finish building this guy. So now I need to do a few things here. One, this antenna, while I like it, is gonna keep popping off. So I'm gonna swap to a different antenna. As much as I like this antenna, because it's an axis, it just keeps, there's not enough give there. If I hit something, it's just gonna pop off. So I have this nice RC Canada one. Put that in there. Oh man, that ain't gonna work either. I could do that. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll just twist it around. That way we got a little bit extra protection. Yeah, I'll do that. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. That works. That works. I like that. Okay, so next I gotta get some standoff thingies there. Is this 2 mil? 2 millimeter. There we go. Like, I could just use a nut, but I'm just going to use these because they're a little bit more meat to them. Board orientation. We already fixed the board orientation. So for this, I'm thinking we just VHB the receiver, like right here, and just call it a day. I don't see any reason why I shouldn't just be able to VHB that here. Or I could just VHB it right on top of here. I don't think it matters. Should I VHB it on here or on here? It doesn't. It's got clear. It's got more clearance on here. We'll do that. Yeah, on top of the FC. Yeah, good point. Or not on top of the FC. Yeah, good point. What's my clearance? Clearance? Enough. Okay, and now we got to put this guy somewhere. There you go. So there is all our quad set up now. Got our cap, got our camera. Antennas set up, that should be okay there. So now, we got our plates. loosen these up, I guess. Where is 1 point? There's my 1.3. There's a 1.5. I might have to put some spacers in here because I think these are 1 mil, but there's no way in hell. Yeah, I gotta put some spacers in there. There's no way this is fitting. Unless these plates are supposed to be like bowed in. There we go. Double-sided tape the camera and the plates. That might be a little too much. I think I'll just put a washer on each side. Just put a single washer on each side and call it a day. Hello from BC. Hello. Because I remember, I think the original thing had washers too. Oh, I got an inactivity alarm. It's always gonna yell at me for a while. There we go. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, that seems a lot better. So we're gonna find out in a minute here if little old me has to go back on the internet and what time are we at anyways? We're at 11. Shoot, AirPods are gonna die soon. Little old me has to go back and figure out if I gotta take my Canadian drone license in a minute. Okay. Go. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to put more shim in there. That is way... That ain't right. Oh well. Okay, fix that later. Yeah, that camera's sitting way up high. I think I should put it on this bottom one here. Yeah, we're gonna move that camera later. Okay. So, I've got this here for the battery, the batteria. Okay. We're gonna be nice to this. Give it some fresh props. I have no spares of these nuts, by the way. I've got a bunch on order from like AliExpress, and then none of them have shown up yet. Oh, I gotta rearrange my motors. Shit, I gotta do that still. Because right now my motors are all 180 to each other. I don't even know which way these bloody spin. Back to the bench. Okay. Plug you in. Oh. Okay, so now calibrate accelerometer. There we go. Cool. Okay, so plug you in. It loves that beeping on startup. Okay, motors. So, reorder motors. I understand the risks. Okay, cancel, yeah. Motor direction, we gotta fix this. Wizard. Okay, they're spinning in. Close. Motor direction is reversed. Okay, there's that. Save and reboot. Motors, okay. Start. Click on the spinning motor. It's this one. This one. This one. This one. Save. Okay, there we go. Disconnect. Okay. What do you mean, dark ass being no? I'm just making sure everything's tight with the motors before I put props on it and do a quick hover test. Because these aren't tight. Quads are fun. Like, this is only the second time I've built a quad. From from scratch. Well, not scratch. I haven't built one from scratch before. Okay, so we got props going this way. So that goes there. There goes the battery. You guys still hear the music? Let me know if I gotta kill the music because it's being buggy. Okay, you guys are still hearing it. Okay. Sometimes when my headphones die, you guys lose the music. Or it like goes shit. Okay, so now I gotta figure out how to mount a battery on this safely. So we got my strap. Did it the wrong way, like I always do. I swear, every time I put a strap through the first time, I always put it upside down. Is that a common thing? Or is that just a me thing? I could zip tie that there. Oh, these batteries have easy little leads. Oh, noises. Sorry. I don't know why it does that. I don't know why it does that. As soon as my headphones like kick out, it just shits the bed when it comes to audio quality. It dumps the music into the mic channel, and I don't know why it does that. Okay, I gotta figure out how to do this. This battery lead is very long. Do I zip tie it up in there? And then put that in there? Seems to be like the only option is to zip tie it up under here and have it like right here. It's really got about 1/2 mil from the prop. Or do I have it come out the front? I like having this in the back. Or I could just pass it through here. Yeah, I could just do this. And then just, yeah, this works.
Telemetry recovered.
Okay. There we go.
Telemetry lost.
There we go. Now, now we need to see if I need to take a test. Now we need to see if I need to take a test. So, we're gonna have some fun here. Start a poll. Okay. Under 250. To write a test. GG. Ask your community. There we go. That's like 350. So, I did some math. This is a smaller battery. So previously with the previous frame, we were at 250. This battery is 20 grams lighter. This VTX is 3 grams heavier, and the frame is like 15 grams heavier. Over 250. Yeah, a lot of people seem to think this is over 250. But let me see what the goggle view looks. Do I need to adjust my goggle view? Let me see here. Let me see if I can adjust my goggle view. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to move those. I don't like the frames in view, so I gotta move that down. I gotta move the camera or the thing, but I'll do that after. How's this battery? How are my batteries? Okay, that one's good. And what's this one at? Make sure I didn't. 3.79, 3.78. It's good enough. Okay, everyone seems to think it's overweight. And pull. I got fresh batteries for this, so you guys can actually probably see the weight on this. So this is all up weight, everything loaded. Oh, that's a fat bitch. 274. Well, I gotta write a test. 274. And that's with the lighter battery. How much is it with the heavier? How much is it with the heavier battery? The 850s. So this is a 4S 650 milliamp hour battery. They're on sale at China Harvey line. And this is the Tattoo 850 that I was using before, but I got these ones because I'm going to use these ones with the Flywoo once I get it up and running. So this one, 289. That's okay. It should be a little bit more robust, I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's a bit more robust. That's kind of what I'm going for here, is a little bit more tank. And a little, because I fly around a field and I do flips. Like that's what I do with this thing. I fly it in a big open honking field and I do flips. So yeah, you know, it's not the most weight efficient, but yeah. Hopes and Dreams weighs a lot. It weighs too much because the front's still on. He's gonna arrest me anyway. Exactly. I fly in a big field surrounded by farmland. 650. No, it's still a 70C battery. It should perform as good as my Tattoo. This Tattoos are 75C. I just won't get the flight time out of it. I'll lose like a 30 to 45 seconds of flight time. But the way I fly, I already get near 5 minutes of flight time already most of the time. So, but you got to admit, let's pull up a picture here. Let me pull up a picture of previous. Okay, so let's see here. So, well, it's been a bit. It's been a bit. Let me see it here. When did I do the rebuild of this thing? When did I do the rebuild? Okay, so this was it before. Okay, so this is what it looked like before. Okay, battery at the bottom, everything stacked. And this is what it looks like now. The battery on top. It looks a lot cooler. I don't know, when I first looked up reviews for the HG LRC, which is this motors and whatnot, they recommended a 650 for having fun and an 850 for cruising. They said the 850 felt fat. Now this whole thing is fat, so. Tricopter would be lighter. Yeah, but why would you do a tricopter? I don't even have a GoPro mounted on this thing, but I've got room. I could rip the naked caddx out of here if I really wanted to, but that's going to go in. At some point, we're going to do that. I'm going to fly the Beta 75 for a bit first, but at some point, the naked caddx Vista is coming out of this with the camera. It's going in this guy because this guy doesn't have a camera. It's got a camera, but it's just like the old camera, the XJB, and no VTX and no receiver. So I've got a ELRS receiver with the antenna, the good one. We're going to put the Vista out of here and here, and then what's left of this we're going to turn into an analog Odonta. I think that's kind of the plan right now. Apera, I know the whole logistics of it. I know we're not going to get the same. It's going to be heavier, it's going to use more juice, whatever. It is what it is. Oh, now the headphones are dead. Like, these are 1407 3600 kilovolt motors with 3052 props on them. So this moves pretty quick before I did this, and it's 25 grams heavier than what it was before. So what's with the height? What's with the tricopter? The problem with tricopter is you need to, the way it behaves is different. A tricopter behaves a lot differently than a quadcopter. You have to pivot a motor for it to work properly, whereas this works because you have 4 motors. 3052 is a lot of prop. Yes, it is. I'm kind of tempted to go down to 3028s, I think. But these were the props that came with the original quad, so I bought more of them in 2018, and I still have them. So if you want, I could put 3018s on here, bi-blades. I have 3018 bi-blades that I could put on here. Although they're T-mount, so it wouldn't work. It does look a lot better, though. It's a fat bitch, though. It's a fat bitch. I'm going to have to move that camera. Yeah, I got to move that camera. Yeah, I'm moving that camera. Let's get a drink. You guys want a drink? I want a drink. That was a fun stream. So, at some point we're going to do a giveaway. We're at the point of the stream where we just kind of chill and chit chat. Sometimes Saturday streams happen like this. I just weighed my 5-inch 600. 5 inches get heavy. I know like a bot grinder build is heavy, or a demi-bot build is heavy. But there's a difference between, like, here's the thing. I crash a lot. I'd rather have a heavier, tankier build that can take me slamming into something than going out ripping 2 packs and having to go home because I broke an arm or broke something. I'd rather sacrifice performance for durability right now. So I don't know. I think it looks cool. I'll take it to the park tomorrow. The government test is just a written test. It takes 2 seconds, so I'm not too concerned about that. Okay, let's fix this up. All the screws the one thing with the LTT screwdriver, the camera, or the It's very good at, the magnet's very strong. So it pulls everything. Oh shit, airbag button. People are already complaining that it weighs too much. You can build this in, I have seen people have used this frame to build sub 250s. So it can be done. It can be done. But I've got race motors on this. I got 1407, 3600 kilovolts. Like this original quad before the rebuild and everything was sold as a 3-inch weight race quad. So okay, so who was recommending something with the camera here? Somebody was recommending something with the camera. Put a piece of tape on one side or something? What were they saying? Double-sided tape. Like stick the camera in position with double-sided tape, or just kind of just put one, just for shim type thing. Shim type sandwich. Okay. So I'll just put it on one side because I think two sides will be too thick. Well, here's the thing too. Where I fly is a field, and there's a parking lot, and then way over on the other side there's some benches. That's where I sit when I fly. So if somebody stops to check on me, they're going to drive up because they're not going to walk up, because to walk would take like 2 kilometers to walk around the other way. So what you do, or what I do, is I just, you know, as I'm flying, if I see somebody coming towards me out of a cop car, I land, and what I do is I keep like a little itty bitty like 2S battery in my bag, and I throw that on. And when they show up, you're like, oh, I'm just flying around with my little battery here, you know, checking out my quadcopter. Or, and here's a big or, I just go online and pay 30 bucks and get my license. Because it's 30 bucks and it takes 2 seconds apparently to do. Because you have like an hour and a half to answer an online quiz. And it's online. So, I'm not too concerned. There we go, that feels much better. Yeah, that's much better. So don't forget, you've got until like a couple minutes from now to enter for your chance to win some Polymaker filament. And then also, don't forget, clear your calendars on the 30th. So on December 30th, New Year's Eve, the Friday stream will be a New Year's Eve bash. We're gonna be doing giveaways. As of right now, we've got some printers, including a Voron Trident 250 kit to give away. We'll have some Polymaker filament. We'll have whatever printer I can get back in a box from the other room, including a Hurricane. And hopefully a few other goodies to give away. So be sure to enter. Be sure to enter. There we go. Okay, let me just put a battery on that quick just to see what we see. Make sure I can see what's going on, right? No Saturday streams for the next 2 weeks. Let me check my calendar. So as it is right now, move me out of the way. No, not the overlay. Move me. Okay. So let's see. So next Saturday we'll have a stream. The next, not this Friday, next Friday is going to be the community contest. So if you haven't joined the community Discord, enter to win. Your chance for winning some filament and some Only Benchies merch. That's next Friday coming up. So yeah, so the 24th, there will not be a stream, and New Year's Eve, there will not be a stream, obviously. So yeah. So yeah, so there will be one more Saturday stream, and that's it for this year. And then afterwards, no more. This actually works pretty good for the battery. No. Quit bitching. Connect.
Welcome to Edge TX.
Quit bitching. Connect. Why aren't you connecting? Okay, there we go. Takes a minute sometimes. I don't know why it's doing that. What do I got to do to turn that off? Like the beeping on startup. It should only beep on telemetry loss. There we go. Okay. I still see the ever top corners. I still see ever so slight amount of the frame, but it is what it is. I still want I want the camera protected, so I do want to see some of the frame, but I don't see the props anymore. So if you're wondering what this sees, that's what it sees. So you still get a little bit of the frame in the corners, but it's not. There you go. It's not horrible. You just get the top. There we go. And it's a lot crisper than the old VTX, that's for sure. There we go. C'est la vie.
Telemetry lost.
Set to 1500 middle switch, which means radio off, the switch is on. Oh! Wait, what? Happens because your beeper mode is set to 1500 middle switch position. Yeah, but the switch is in the off position. Oh, I see what you mean. So if I should... Let's see here. Let's see here. So, connect. Open beta flight. Okay. So for modes, so right now hide unused modes. So right now I don't have aux 2. So if I move beeper to aux 2 and move it to high, and hit save, it shouldn't do it anymore.
Telemetry recovered.
Now we go. Thank you. Thank you for mentioning that. So there we go. There's the quad. That looks really good. I like it. It's a little bit heavier than it was before, but I can dig it. I can make it work. I could change her.
Still connected.
I could change her. There we go. I'm not too concerned with pit mode because I just plug it in and go. I don't fly with other people, so I'm not too concerned with pit mode. So there we go. I like it. It looks cool. I could put a GoPro on it still if I wanted to. Gotta go faster. I gotta take some pictures of it now. so I can put it on the internet. Neat. Cool. Carry a GoPro on that. I can barely fly. I'm sure this can fly just fine. I'm sure it'll do the things I ask it to do quite efficiently, or quite sufficiently. I'm not too concerned about this thing's ability to do flips and shit. I'm gonna get stuck in a tree in an hour. Probably, actually. I haven't got stuck in a tree yet. This one, I fly in a big open field. So there's no real trees out there. Well, there are, but I don't go near them for that reason. There we go. There we go. A little cleaned up a bit. Good to go. Okay, let's do this giveaway. Let's just get, how many people we still have here? 184. What the hell are you guys still doing here? How have you managed to put up with me for this long? What are you guys still doing here? Oh my god, all the direct messages. Who's direct messaging me? What is this? What is this? Nope. Ooh, okay, I gotta read. I got messages I gotta read. If you guys, if anyone DMs me while I'm streaming, I don't see it. Discord goes into like streamer mode and I don't see it when I'm live. Okay, where's my alcohol? Okay, let's do this giveaway. So how many we got? We got 388 accepting responses. Boom. There we go. What are y'all drinking tonight? What is everyone drinking tonight? What is everyone drinking tonight? Why are you not loading up? There we go. Copy all the names. Oh, and for those on the Bot Grinder Discord, what herb are you partaking in? There we go. Okay. Mountain Dew Zero. Ugh. I remember the first time I went to the States in a long time. It was in Alabama. It was in 2017? 2015. It was Alabama. Coleman, Alabama. And I went to a McDonald's. I went to a Walmart. They had the Coke aisle. They had the Mountain Dew aisle, or the Pepsi aisle. And then they had the Mountain Dew aisle. That opened my mind. That opened my mind. Okay, somebody give me a number between, let's 6 and 9. Give me a number between 6 and 9 for no reason whatsoever. I need a number between 6 and 9. Drinking Brondo, it has electrolytes. That is what plants crave. Are you a plant? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you win, when you win, yes, you will win. You will get an email from me after the stream ends. Fill out a little form. You get to pick your filament and get in a couple days to a couple weeks, depending on where you live in the world. Ricky, oh shit. I forgot the mic does that. I got to get something for a headset that lasts longer than these AirPods. These AirPods used to last. I used to get like a full 4 hours. Now I get like it's dropping. It's dropping. Okay, so Ricky, let me grab your information here. Make sure you're a real human being. You appear to be. Okay. Wait. He won yesterday. Ricky won yesterday. It's a whole new list. It is a whole new list. He entered today at 8:31 p.m. and he's the only Ricky on the list. So he did not game the system. He won again. I'm sorry, Ricky. It's cool. If you have an issue with this, contact me, but I'm gonna make an executive decision. New rule, you can't win twice in a month. Yeah, go buy a lottery ticket. If you have an issue with it, reach out to me. But I'm going to spin again because you legit won twice in a row. And today we had 380 something enter, almost 400. So yeah, I don't know if Polymaker would allow it. So I'm going to remove Ricky. I'm going to put a new rule once a month. If you won, give it to him. I just don't want to give it to him. People are saying give it to him. Oh, he's in chat. Nero, it's okay. You're okay with it? Okay, go buy a lottery ticket. Go buy a lottery ticket. See, no, you used your luck for here. You're supposed to use your luck when we go do the Trident draw at the end of the month. Okay, so he's okay with it. We'll draw again. He's in chat. Well, he said he's okay with it. So we'll draw it again. We'll draw it again. Give me a number between 4 and 20. God damn it, Ricky. Well, no, he had like one in near 400 or one in over 500 yards yesterday, and then one in 300 something yards today. What is that? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try this again. And remind me to mute it so your ears don't get blasted. There we go, TN6667. Hopefully you're a real human and not another Ricky. There we go, okay. You are a person, there we go. Congratulations, TN6667. You are the winner this time, because, yeah, 2 in a row is a little too many people will question it. Okay, we're gonna call it there. It's late, I'm tired. I got to take pictures of this so I can post them on the internet for internet points. This was fun. This took a little bit longer than I hoped. I was hoping to get this build done a little bit sooner, but it kind of is what it is. It's different when you're building a quad in front of, you know, a bunch of people versus just, you know, doing it by yourself and just kind of doing it. So it is nice though to have people around to ask when you don't know what you're doing, which sometimes with me happens a little too often. But it is what it is, and that was fun. This was fun. Turned out pretty good, I think. I like it. It seems to be quaddy. We'll see how it flies. It's a little heavy, but it is what it is. But, well, I got to get my license now, so I can build, you know, bigger than 250s, because I was trying to avoid the 250 rule. Because, like, right now, that's an under 250 with the right battery. That's a tiny whoop. That's a 2.5 inch. And that's another tiny whoop. So if this was under 250, we'd be still hunky-dory, but we're not. So it is what it is. Like we're what, 25 grams over. So I go to smaller motors because these got, you know, they're 5mm hub motors. I could go to smaller motors, shave off 15 grams. And then a lighter VTX and a few other small changes, and I'm under 250. Like, I could make this under 250, Or I could just leave the big chonky motors on with the fat blades and call it a day and let her rip. We're gonna let it rip. Okay, we're calling it there. I will see you Tuesday. What are we doing Tuesday? I gotta figure out what we're doing Tuesday. I'll figure out something though. But we're gonna call it there. We're gonna call it there. I'm tired. I'm gonna finish my drink and head to bed. So I hope you enjoyed the stream. I want to give a shout out to Polymaker for the spool filament that we give away every stream. I want to give a shout out to those that are members of the channel, subscribers of the channel, Patreon supporters, those that donated to the stream directly, or those that gifted memberships to others, because when we do these kind of streams, it's stuff out of my own pocket. So I would not be able to do the things I do and create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. Make sure you join the Discord for the community challenges and whatnot that are coming up, and the end of the month New Year's Eve bash giveaway thing. And then also enjoy your weekend. It's Saturday night. You still got a day. You don't gotta go to work till Monday. So be safe out there, wash your hands, and I will see you Tuesday. Cheers. Bye.